Hey folks, welcome back. Good morning to you all. It's Friday morning. Friday morning means it's time for the Master Sword Trials. So I know I've been back and forth on when I was going to do this. Give me one moment here just to make sure the health of the stream is good. Alright, so I originally said I was going to do the Master Sword Trials on Sunday, but that was because I thought Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 were coming out, you know, the new bundle for the Switch 2. I thought that was coming out on the 2nd. So I wanted, you know, Friday and Saturday to be for the new game. Well, yeah, you go, Link. Flex them pythons. So anyway, fast forward a few days, you know, because I'm me, I forget things. And I'm like, oh wait, you know, the 4th. Yeah, that's right, the game comes out on the 4th. And that's Saturday, so what am I going to do Friday? So then I switched my schedule to do the trials on Friday. This is me, guys, this is my life. This is Mother's Day all over again. Anywho, so anyway, I get this random email yesterday, and it's like, oh, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are now available. I was like, wait a minute, today's not the 4th, right? I look at the calendar. No, it's not the 4th. Yeah, so again, I just completely brain farted there more than once. And somehow I got the 2nd turned into the 4th, and it was really the 2nd. So that's why I did the unscheduled streams last night on the Super Mario Galaxy, and I know it was late night, guys. Not too many people were able to catch that. But for the few that did, you guys were troopers. Thanks for staying up with me. So much fun, guys. I am loving that Super Mario Galaxy game. Like, that's one of my forever games. I picked it back up a couple of times, you know, and played it on the Wii. The bad thing is when you plug the Wii, or the Wii U for that matter, into like a modern TV, it stretches everything. So like you see all the great big blocky pixels, and it's not that beautiful. But I gotta be honest, I turned it on the Switch 2 last night. My mind was blown at how beautiful this video game was. So if you haven't already had a chance, check out those 2 streams I did, excuse me, under the live tab on my channel here, and see what you think. I'd really like to know your all's thoughts on that game. But what I'm really thinking here is, once I get the trials done today, I will probably make that my new weekend video game. Yeah, again, depending on the feedback I get, whether or not there's interest. The other option would be to redo Hogwarts. The other option would be move the Star Wars into the weekend slots instead of doing them just randomly at nights. So, you know, different options there. Just wanted to throw out some different ideas. You know, it's your time too, so I'd really like some honest, you know, hey, I'd really like to see this one on the weekends. And I'll just kind of go from there. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that in the public format, guys, I get it. Feel free to email me, leveluproyal@gmail.com. And, you know, feel free to share your thoughts with me more privately. So I've got my dual... Hey Wanda, welcome, welcome. Good to see you today. I've got my dual purpose shirt on. I got the Super Daddy-O. Thanks to the best daughter in the world for buying me this shirt and then telling me I was never allowed to wear it. She should have known better. And I got the Zelda mug, because, you know, I'm playing Zelda, but I'm also playing Mario. Oh, Wanda, awesome. Glad to know you were there. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. It does look very good. It's got, so like if you grew up with Mario, like I did, it's got some of the old school, like little musical jingles, you know, sound effects even, like it really, it brings a lot of the Mario games together in a nice, neat little video game. Okay. Testing, testing, testing. Yeah, we're good. Definitely a good strong stream today. So let's see here. I do believe we have passed noon. We are at noon. Wow, I actually logged in a little early today. That's unusual. So if that ever happens, that means everything worked right the first time when I pushed the button the first time. That never happens. Like, something's always wrong. Either OBS reset settings or, you know, the stream doesn't like to catch on or the internet's dropped. There's usually something going wrong, and then I usually get on either on time or late. So yeah, it's highly unusual that I would be any kind of early. Technology is working today. What's going on? I knew I sensed a disturbance in the force. Alright guys, I'm ready to go. I'll give the stream just another minute or two here, because I know notifications don't really go out. So something I've learned about... I hate to sound like I'm complaining, so believe me, it's not a complaint, but it's going to sound that way. So YouTube does not intentionally push out all notifications. Or it intentionally does not push out all notifications. So I was just doing a lot of YouTube research, just a lot, you know, over the course of the years, but more lately. I know, Wanda, don't jinx yourself. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be playing, having a good old time, then I'm going to look down and everything's going to be off because the internet crashed and I didn't notice. During the trials! So anyway, yeah, YouTube does not push out all notifications. It kind of picks and chooses based on what it thinks people are going to view. So now it's kind of like the search results all over again, only now it's in the notifications, which is a shame. Because if people take the time to go into their settings and enable all notifications, they want to see when their content is coming out. But, you know, I tested the theory. I went back through all my subs. There's videos on there I've never seen before. Some of them are, you know, weeks old. Never got the notifications. And I follow a lot of, like, artists, like gaming music, you know, stuff like that. Music artists. There's wonderful songs sitting there that I never got notified about. So it's just a real shame, guys. It's nothing you're doing wrong. It's nothing I'm doing wrong. It's just another way YouTube really artificially inflates, you know, stronger channels. Those notifications are going out. You better believe that. So anyway, just again, you know, the best that I can do is offer you guys a schedule and try to stick to that. And now that I've learned this about the whole notification system, I might just have to, like, schedule everything I do, which is a real shame. That takes away a lot of my flexibility. You know, like when I do my Star Wars streams at night, it's just whatever time I get home, get fed, and get on. So if I try to nail down a time for that, I can do it. You know, maybe I'll just pick whatever time I feel like might work best and see what happens. But anyway, I just wanted to get all that out there because, yeah, I've learned a lot these past couple of weeks in that realm. Hey, Dee Dee, welcome, welcome. Good to see you again. Okay, before I actually get into the trials here, guys, actually, I'm going to start the stream since it's afternoon. Toodles. Alright, so, I think I need to cook. I like to go in with 30-minute defense meals, and I have none of those. So... I don't know if I have the horns to cook those. I do not. The other option is monster extract, but those are so hit and miss. But what are my options here? I really have none. All you need is 3. That was not it. There's one. Wow, that came awful quick. You know what? That was experience talking. Hey, Leo Wiley, good to see you again. 1 minute, what? 1 minute and low level. That was like a double whammy. And I have got a grip of these mushrooms. Good thing. So the reason I'm cooking these... Actually, I haven't even done an intro yet, have I? Welcome back, folks. Level Up Royal here with you once again. Guys, finally time to tackle the trials. I know, Master Sword Trials. Hot dog. Before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, I always appreciate that. And you might be... Whoops. You might be wondering why I'm cooking meals. Reason being is I'm getting these 30-minute meals. Now, I'm using the monster extract. Those can be really hit and miss, as you can see. But at some point, you're going to get the 30-minute high level. And I personally like to run the defense meals in there. So that's a whole half an hour, guys, of half damage. So all that incoming damage is cut right in half. It's a beautiful thing. And I really found that it helped me feel a lot more confident in here. Not only that, if I did something silly and I really got drilled by some enemies, it really mitigated that incoming damage. So that's my personal recommendation, is go in with a good 30-minute defense meal. If defense just isn't your forte, feel free to do the attack power meal. You know, you got to kind of go to your playstyle on that. Some people have had good luck going with 30-minute stealth. Now, they said that sneak striking was a thing. I don't know, a lot of the bad boy nests I felt were set up in such a way, even if you were stealthed up, they could still see you. So, you know, I don't know if that was exactly the way I would go. Again, I felt like the best bang for the buck was in the defense. Garbage. 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 Actually, yeah, I don't really use the defense for anything. If this was like 1 minute high level attack power, I would use those. A lot of your fist fights are going to be quick, so... Okay, there's a 30. There's a 30, there's a 30. So there's my 3 30s. So I will go ahead and drop another hard save here before I get into it. This way, you know, if I decide to abort or you just, you know, you get frustrated, you want to go off and do other things, this way you didn't waste your meal. That's why I recommend dropping that hard save before you do anything to prepare. Beginning trials, they're tough. All the trials are tough. But they're the shortest, so they're the easiest to get through in that sense. Okay, so I got my hard save down. I will go ahead and consume that 30-minute defense. Booyah. Now, if you really wanted to, you could go in with, you know, extra stamina. Now, I've got my hearts maxed out, but you could also go in with extra hearts. Just remember, they're temporary, so once they tick off, they're gone forever. But I might go ahead and do the extra stam, just because I am short on stam. You might have noticed I traded in my... So normally I would play the game with like 3 full stamina wheels, and guys, that's huge. Like, you notice the difference. So like, that's going to affect your glider time, your bullet time with bow and arrow in the air. That's going to affect your spin attacks. That's going to affect, you know, your ability to climb and sprint, which there isn't much climbing to do in here. It's more sprinting, running from enemies, screaming for your life. But, yeah, that stamina, you know, the reason I recommend going in with maxed out heart containers, even though, you know, it goes against everything that I stand for and so much more to give up some of the stamina, is because that's your longevity. So, like, I had one playthrough where It was down to the last heart. Like, I was that close. So, you know, having a couple extra heart containers would have been nice. Kind of like the eventide. You know, you want to have the most health possible going into that. Alright guys, so I think that's it. I am all squared away now on meals. I wanted to get those extra staminas. Again, just so that they're there in the event that I need them. Let's do it to it. Aria, hey, welcome back. Yeah, good to see you again. Glad you could make it on time. I was actually on time today. What? Hey, Boomin, what's up? Oh, so glad. Yeah, that Galaxy game, guys, I'm giddy. I'm having so much fun replaying that. Alright, guys, you wind up buck naked. And the voice of whoever that is speaking. The ominous peanut gallery. Wow, he's talkative. Welcome back, folks. Level Up Royal with you once again. Guys, it's time for the Master Sword Trials. Before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate those things. And with that, let's get into this. Now, guys, preparatory notes. You see I've got that 30-minute attack power. See, that's how often I don't use defense. So I would normally be running attack power, but in the Master Sword Trial specifically, I like to cut all incoming damage in half. I tend to take a lot of damage in these. Just I'm not paying attention, something pops out at me, something drills me with an arrow, you never know. So other preparatory notes, eat some extra stamina before coming in here, and make sure your heart containers are maxed out. It's your longevity, guys, it's your everything. There's not a lot of healing opportunities in the trials here, so you're going to want to have that life force going into it. The other thing that I'd recommend, folks, is go ahead and get out your condominium. And make sure that you're searching for treasure chests with your Sheikah Slate. Guys, that's going to be huge. Absolutely huge. There are hidden chests in many of these floors. Not only that, sometimes they're just out in the open, but you know, you complete it and you're proud of yourself and you dip, and then you're like, oh, I forgot that treasure chest. So you know that thing is constantly beeping at you. You're going to find the hidden chests, as well as remember to grab whatever other chests that you might have otherwise missed. So with that, guys, let's just go ahead and get right into this. Now, you can sneak, you can crouch, you can do all that normal stuff, but keep in mind, a lot of these nests are set up in a way where the enemies are going to see you, no matter, you know, whether or not you're stealthed up or whatever. So sneak striking doesn't always really work out. What I like to do is try to get behind and steal some of these weapons. This might not be the best way to approach, as a matter of fact. Well, I already blew it because I tried to sprint. So what I should have done was approached from this side, probably, and gone in there and gotten at least, you know, one or two of those weapons before they had a chance. But since I kind of fumbled that up, I'll just do this one straight up, I suppose. Yikes! I don't know why I tried a perfect dodge there. This ain't TOTK. Okay, so I'm just going to pick them off one at a time here. And I'm not too worried about Shield Boy. I'm more worried about Spear Boy, because those spears will reach out and get you good, especially when he's doing that. Okay, so I'm going to try to get next to him. There we go. Just like that. Ouch. Well, Shield Boy messed that one up for me. Man, I'm just not having a good day so far. Laura goes to school. Day 1. Okay. Shush. I love how they drop their spear or whatever weapon they're holding. It's so funny. Then you pick it up and they scream at you. Alright guys, so you do have all of your regular runes in here, stasis, bombs, ice, etc. But notice I have no Divine Beast superpowers. So no Mipha's Grace, no Rivali's Gale, no nothing. But what I like to do, and believe it or not, you can even cook the bundles of wood in cooking pots and get a quarter heart. Yeah, it's not a lot, but you know, if you need to heal, you eat what you can get. And I suppose, you know, some people have survived the wilds eating tree bark. So it makes a little bit of sense. And guys, I'm kind of taking way too much time in here just goofing around. There goes my defense meal, you know, just ticking down. But that's okay, you know, a lot of this stuff is important to talk about. So notice I also just got an acorn there. Again, guys, it's not super impressive, but when you cook that up with apples or other things, that does kind of help to bolster your healing capability. So yeah, just take a moment, scoop up a few bundles of wood. Just whatever else happens to fall from the trees there. And since I got some tree branches, I'll go ahead and trash those on old boy here. Hey, don't I have a shield? One of these dudes had a shield. Aha! So yeah, that shield will be helpful, especially with a one-handed weapon. And don't forget to open every single crate in the trials, guys. You never know what's going to pop out of there. You know, it could be healing, it could be arrows. It just... whatever it's going to give you, it's going to be more than what you would have otherwise had. So yeah, definitely scoop up all that fun stuff there. Okay, wow, I used up 5 minutes of my meal on the very first floor. Very first floor. Alright, now we're going to get into some archery. And one of them's already got my number. So again, I'm going to try to do this a little bit smarter. And the bad thing is those archers have a range. They can see you from like miles away. You could just kind of wait them out, you know, and wait until they turn around or something so they don't necessarily see you. Ah, nuts. I aimed that wrong and that did not work out. Okay, I got his bow, but I don't think I got arrows. Now, if you want, you can just kind of let them shoot at you a few times, you know? And then you can go around and collect their arrows, just make sure you don't get clocked by them. But again, that takes time, and you gotta think about the meal, too, so... risk, reward, I guess? Good thing is you got some arrows right there in the barrel. Ooh, and check that out. Ouch. Wow, as soon as I landed there, he clocked me good with that arrow. There they go! Alright, now I took your weapon. It's a bad day for you. Alright, getting back to the fun stuff here. Always open those crates. Arrows, baby. Now we're getting some ammunition. I don't know if you can drop that drawbridge without wasting arrows. No. So I'm going to make sure I'm done up here before I jump down. Yeah, there's no chests or anything. I'm not seeing any loose weapons. And wow, that shoe is just going to town over here with those flames. No chew jelly? Maybe there's no monster parts. Where are you going? Oh, yeah. Ow! He got me with the rock anyway! I tried to foil his plan, and his plan foiled me. Alright guys, no beeping on the Sheikah slate, which means we can go on to the next floor. That one only took a couple of minutes, so I'm doing a little better. Hey Holly, not sure if I said hello to you yet. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you today. Okay, we do have a treasure chest in this one, but this one is not hidden. It's actually kind of out in the open there. And there's two of them, but we need to get fire in order to make those happen. And to do that, we're going to have to probably catch ourselves on fire a little bit. As soon as we kill him, fires pop up. So we're going to have to get a little bit close-ish, because the arrows don't, you know, stay lit forever. Come on, Poppy. Okay, got it. Go ahead and light that platform. That'll get your chest down. Then we'll have to rinse, lather, and repeat on the other side of the room there. Ooh, fire arrows. That's a nice find. Okay, looks like I already got a customer over here making fire for me, which is awesome. Hey! Let go my flame arrow-o. Boomerang! Well, I guess when your next best weapon is a tree branch, that's not a bad weapon at this point. It's like they really wanted you to catch on fire here. And I'm only using the bombs to save on the weapons, guys. They're effective, they're free. Might as well. And look at that, I'm already standing on the deal. Ouch. Old bones make noise. Wonder if you guys heard that. Oh, the spiky things. Wait. Okay, no spiky things yet. No, treasure chest neither. Okay. Straight up. Ah, he did not waste any time. I just smacked him and backed away. That was awesome. Hey, my shield. La la la, casual stroll up a bad boy nest. No care in the world. Oh, he's a blue. So I need to pay a little more attention here. Oh, he still hasn't dropped that thing. Oh, whoops. Okay, we got a decent weapon now. And a decent bow now. Maybe I already picked everything up. Okay, never mind. It's like, let garbage... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm not a big fan of showing perfect dodge. That was actually just a knee-jerk reaction there because I was about to get smacked. Ouch. Like that. Doggone it. I should be upping my attack power for this fight, honestly. Like, using this sword, not the best choice of weapons when I'm fighting a blue. Been a while since I've done these trials. I kind of forgot how hairy they could be. Especially when you're naked. A blue bobkin all of a sudden seems pretty foreboding. So from here on out, I think I'll do a better job of matching the weapon to the enemy. So getting back to opening all crates. So crates. I had a pizza, a vegan pizza called the Socrates Revenge or something. It was good, but I called it So Crates and they laughed. Oh, that's right, he's up there. And he's got bomb barrels. That is not awesome. But he's got a decent spear. Actually, now it's a Traveler's. Oh, nuts! I almost said, be careful not to hit the bomb barrels. And then it was too late because I hit the bomb barrels. Thank goodness I got that defense meal running. I'd probably be half dead by now. Okay, I don't know what happened to that spear. Sometimes finding the weapons is like part of the challenge. And I don't know if we have a chance to get to a cooking pot here on the beginning floors. The only thing you might really be able to do on this one is roast, you know, open campfire kind of deal. And we do have fire arrows, so, you know, we could do that. But not remembering whether or not we get that break in the floors where we can cook. Yeah, I have no idea where that spear went. That's okay. I might have even picked it up and not noticed. I'm known to do things like that. Good to know, area, that I am not alone with the cracking bones situation. So much fun. Oh yeah, this one is a doozy. You got moblins introduced. So I definitely like to get these guys, like, apart. So, you know, try to lure one out toward you. And hopefully only one. And that'll kind of help you keep the battlefield a little bit more under control. But they hurt, guys. They hurt a lot. So, yeah, just be aware of that. And again, amp that attack power up. Get them dead as quickly as possible. And I think they got bomb barrels too. And since I just recently learned that weapons that catch on fire don't start degrading or taking damage, I will probably go ahead and have a little fun and detonate a bomb barrel. I see you. Oh, he's got a spear. That is like, watch out. Ouch. Did I always have this much trouble with these enemies, or did I just have better ways of doing it? Kaplowy! Wake up! Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey! Yikes! Ouch. My bakey just got cooked. Okay, again, back to my previous question, like, have I always had this much trouble with these guys, or am I just off today? I already got a seared steak, thanks to the power of the exploding barrels. Yep, still nice, brand new, and shiny. So I used to avoid bomb barrels, thinking they were doing weapon damage when they caught on fire. So either, you know, I was just always wrong on that, or maybe that was something that had been changed along the way. Hey, Sunny family, good to see you again. You were one of my night owls last night. You weren't the only one. Hope I didn't keep y'all up too late. Alright guys, stone freaking Talus. So there's no better way than to just go in and start getting it done. Stasis does help a little bit. But, you know, you're going to want to go in guns a-blazing here. And I'll probably start with one of these. Just because the attack damage is good and you just can keep on swinging there. La 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 la. I'm not hearing any treasure chest beeping, which is a shame. Ah, nuts. Knew that was gonna happen. So he's gonna throw me off here in a second. Oh, thing's almost trashed already? Okay, so once I get to this point, I just like to let him toss his 2 balls. There's one. Just make sure you don't try to run directly into a tree. Because I've never done that before. And then when he goes down to get more balls, you can kind of just jump on board and climb him. He doesn't like it, but I don't care. Oh, come on. What are you doing, Link? And the good thing on Breakage Swing is that happens. So you can kind of reset. And that should be... Oh, nuts. I thought I would have had more time than that. Yikes! It's going downhill fast. Okay, let's try that again. I'm having troubles today. There we go. And look at me running over there to collect my shiny rocks. There are no shiny rocks. I kind of wished they had let the monster parts drop, and there were insects in some of these. That would have been nice. Buttons. Okay, these have to be pretty flat, I'm finding out, in order to make this work. Nothing! Who put that there? Alright, so we're either done now, or we get to go cook. Okay, we get to go cook. So there was a cooking floor. I'm glad I didn't roast up my ingredients. Because I want some of those superpower meals. Whatever I can cook. Now guys, be aware there's fairies. And if you go running around, you know, that's just going to scare them all off. So walk around painfully slowly. It's the Great Plateau, video number 1, minute number 1, all over again, I know. But, worth it. And I don't cook those. No. Those stay in my pouch. That way, you know, if I die, it's a lifeline. It's an auto save, resave, whatever. Auto reincarnation. Basically, you don't have to worry about like forgetting to eat a meal in time. If you die, you don't really die. So to me, that's worth its weight in gold. Just leaving it in your inventory uncooked. And guys, there should be more goodies in here. So I'm going to knock down all the trees. See what I can get. The wood, you know, is also a nice little fringe benefit. Not only that, there should be some fishing. Fishy. And... peppers, maybe? No peppers? Maybe that's on a different floor. Couple of acorns, nice, nice. Actually, yeah, my loot crate, or crate loot. I don't like to bomb those, they tend to fly out all over the place. I'm trying to be quick because I'm watching my meal tick down here. Normally I get a lot further in, you know, if I'm just playing for myself and I'm not focusing about tutorial type stuffs. I don't know if I've ever actually finished the entire trial on one meal, but I've gotten awful close to that. I'm sure speedrunners can do it. But I'm just not a born and bred speedrunner. Like, I like to check every little nook and cranny, and if you're speedrunning, you just can't do all that. Alright guys, you see we just got a huge bump in weaponry. Very nice additions to our loadout here. Still no defense. That's a good question, Boomin. I don't recall picking up rocks here and getting a bunch of loot. You know, there might be an obscure rock in one of the floors somewhere. That's just not coming to mind, but good question. As far as I know, probably not. Yeah, Wanda, you're not kidding. Like, it would have been nice to cook elixirs in here. Yes, they are, Sunny. Yes, they are. So much fun. There were times I would just kind of replay them just for the joy of doing the challenge. You know, finding different strategies. Definitely part of my process. No fairy tonic. Hey, Junior 2K. That's right. Fairy tonics are boycotted. Alright, guys. Let's pop back in here. Oh, wait, I have not yet begun to fight. We need to cook. So, as far as superpower stuff goes, there's some stam recharge. That might be worthwhile. And that's a complete top off on the green plus that extra sliver there. You never know, guys. It might come in handy. I do actually have enough for another high level defense meal. So yeah, I'll get that going, I guess. Because the one I'm chewing up now is going to be gone pretty soon. Doesn't look like I've got the attack power meal coming. That would be low level at best, maybe mid level, but it's not going to be very long, maybe a minute or two. That's a real shame. But what I can do is combine those with just other random stuff to get more hearts out of it. God, one more attack power ingredient would have really made the difference. Yeah, low level. And then if I really need the healing... That's for speed. Which I'm probably not going to use that for anything, but it's for the hearts. And then I've got the speed. The bad thing about doing that is if you've got a meal running that you want and you need that for hearts, then you just negated the superpower you were using and replacing that with speed. So yeah, now I kind of have instant regret, but there's no turning back now. So these are all just for hearts. I'm trying to get as many as I can, and I find the best way to do that is just kind of mix them up a little bit, mix and match. So yeah, these are all real good heart replenishment here. And you guys saw those acorns, they went a long way. So, you know, breaking the trees definitely has its benefits. So we didn't do too bad. These are the ingredients I think I blew up earlier. Alright. Do it to it. Ah, that's right. They start getting a little more interesting here, and there should be some sunken chests. But these Lizzles, guys, these things are a nightmare. They're quick, they get away from you. They do damage. They're tough to sneak strike. I don't even think you really can sneak strike them. I'm pretty sure I've tried doing that in the past, and it just never seems to work out. It's like they can see you from the sides. Yep, like that. And I don't know what color this guy is. Might just be a greenie. But the other thing I really don't like is once they get in the water, like, not okay anymore. See, I try to keep them on land for that reason. Then there's a Yahoo with a bow. No Rivali's Gale, so you just kind of have to do it straight up here. I miss his nugget. Not that time. Ouch. Oh, he missed. Yikes! Okay, stay on land. A tree branch. Perfect time to waste that on a greenie. What other garbage can I get rid of here? Alright, so far I'm doing pretty good. I mean, they're green, so, you know, I'm not calling that a huge victory. Definitely get the troublesome stuff out of the way. They're like, what's going on? Was that you? No. Was that you? No. They're blaming each other right now. And I thought this chest was like in the water. Aha, okay. Funny, I just had a funny urge to place a stamp. Don't need to worry about that here. Ooh, 10 arrows. Okay, now they're Lizzles, so they have ranges. Good thing. Oh no, I got stuck in the water. Yeah, they have ranged attacks, and they're water swimming. They're swimmers. Ouch. So, I actually hit that headshot. Look at me go. Okay, I want him to get up here on land so I can actually just use a weapon and get it done. Ah, nice. Thanks for the food, bruh. I'm gonna kill him with his own weapon. Not the water! Wow, that actually broke. I guess they always break on first hit. Didn't do much damage either. I think the bomb did more damage. I'm glad you get my humor there, Sonny. Trial stamps. Hey, Brad6360, good to see ya. So yeah, I actually think I gave that advice on my first playthrough. Negate the effects, you know, so you can get the heart replenishment. But, wow. I kind of feel like I'm back to school here. I don't know what I'm doing anymore in the trials. I suppose I could have done a dry run, like, just ran one random day this week. I could have done a trial run for the trials. Alright. We are out of here. And there goes my meal. It's going away fast. See if I can squeeze a quick coffee break. The Dancing Idiot. Does not see me yet. So yeah, it's probably a good job for a spear, and like a good spear. Alright, and break out a good bow here. Make that damage count on nuts. Well, that wasn't even close. He just watched that guy die. He's like, oh well. Back to dancing. Yeah, make those headshots count, because these things are a nightmare. Well, I would have enjoyed a little bit more damage from the air there, but hopefully I can get him in one go. Not quite. Close, no cigar. And I normally don't stock these weapons, but it might have its uses here in the trials. Yeah, I'm running into that a lot, Brad. Like my combat, I'm just running in, you know, not really thinking too much of it. And I'm like, wait a minute, I have to pay attention. I have to use strategy. Like... I actually just kind of experienced that when I did my little fun, you know, bad boy nest hunting or whatever. You know, I was just having fun with it. I was going around, you know, not really paying much attention, taking the damage, no big deal. And then I go into the Great Plateau trial. And it's like, wait a minute. This isn't fun anymore. Like, this is a one-hit challenge. Oh, yeah. My favorite floor. Not really. So they're already alerted. Yeah, at least they're not silvers, but the blacks, guys, they really do the damage. You can't just get them into the water to auto-kill them because, well, they are swimmers. So yeah, it's a tough floor anyway, but wow, Master Mode, when they're both silvers, it's a nightmare. I found I had to do like this cheat, basically. Like a sneak scrape cheat. And that might be a little bit of overkill on this guy. Where'd that bow go? There we go. So I don't know, maybe I can get one back up here on the dry land. I guess another way you can get around this is you can climb up there and that kind of resets them. I think. But yeah, they're black, so they're tough. They're tanky. You're probably going to break a couple of weapons on these guys. Okay, apparently he's not going to not know I'm here. I don't know if I can climb this thing. Oh, wow. That'd be a better one to be on. Okay, once the Beavises settle down there, I will go to work on one of them. And I'll show you that sneak strike trick, just because it is handy. Essentially, once you get them sneak struck, they don't know where you are. Like, when they turn around, even though they're kind of looking... Oh, nuts. Even though they're looking right at you. Sadly, I couldn't demonstrate that there. Oh, you know what? I just had a thought. Hopefully this doesn't backfire. Oh, he didn't drop it? What? I could have sworn any electrical attack would drop any handheld weapon. I must have had that wrong in my head all these years. And I do want that weapon. It's decent. Not super durable, but decent attack power. Gotta see what's in my crates. I do all this behind the back of an enemy. Now maybe I can do the sneak strike thing this time. Okay, so yeah, get him once, and then you just go around to his front, and that becomes his back, and then you can sneak strike again. So again, it's kind of a hack, but, you know, tip, trick, call it what you want. I just find this is a lot easier than trying to fight these things straight up, especially in Master Mode when they're silvers. Not only that, you can really start going through your weapons in Master Mode, because they regen. So you're just sitting there trashing weapons, like pulling your hair out. Okay, and I just took mental note that I am completely out of defense now, so I need to pay extra close attention to my damage. Incoming damage. Okay, now we're not going to have another cooking pot, so if you guys want, you know, feel free to roast up stuff. So if you need the extra healing, don't be shy. Whip out a quick campfire, roast up what you got. And, make sure you have that, you know, health replenishment ability coming in. I guess I'm done here. I don't see any more beeping on the Sheikah slate. Yeah, thanks, Sonny. Thanks for having faith. Ah, this nest! This one's difficult, but it's fun. I like me this one. I could go in on the raft, but I think I'd rather just kind of pick them off. The Bobkins will auto-die when they hit water. So you can actually kill them without even having to do any work. But you do have to be aware you are vulnerable here to incoming. Okay, I'm gonna go take that other archer out just because he is so, like, threatening. That's probably my biggest damager right now. Oh, whoops. Who's gonna win? Not me! Ouch! Okay, good thing is we get tons of bows, so even though these things are fragile, they break quick. They do decent damage. And they, there's many. So as long as you got the arrows, you're golden. Alright, I'm gonna try to get him. That's gonna be a tough shot. Didn't quite get the head there. Wow, that was close. There we go. 5th time's a charm. I do have a chest lighting up. That away somewhere? Ah, nuts. I walked right off of that. I was in good position too, so now that I don't have my meal ticking down, I can take my time a little bit. Do this a little bit more strategically. Strategy? What's that? He is angry! That was not the headshot. There we go. Ooh, that was close. Haha! Auto die, loving that. Alright, let's go track down this treasure chest, shall we? I'm super curious to see what's in there. That might even be at top of this thing. It might not be over where I think it is. Nah, it's on top of the deal. I think. That way? Ah. I was walking right on the thing. Let's see what I did all that work for. A broken toe plus 10 fire arrows. Oh, there's another one. That way somewhere. Probably by those rocks. And I'm in a headwind here, so this is not awesome. Yep, I see it lighting up already. Nice. That shows you how long it's been since I've been here and how little I actually remember. I think the last time I did the trials, whether it be for the channel or otherwise, was probably about 2 years ago. And I have not replayed these since... well, heck, since my master mode. So yeah, that would have been 2 years ago. Dang! Yeah, alright, Brad. Hey, good to see you today. If I didn't miss you there, have a good one. We'll catch you another time. Good to know, Sonny. Good to know that's a unique one there. Bomb the tower. Of course, I've got the bows and I've got the arrows. That might have just been quicker and easier. Oh no, where did he come from? He's a blackie, so I'm gonna try to push him over the edge. So I don't have to, like, kill him all the way. Maybe later. But yeah, he's tanky, so he's gonna take some hits. So much be it easier if you can just do that. And I want whatever he was holding, so I'm gonna jump down and grab those. That's what I love about the water, is you can just auto-kill everything. Unless they're Lizzles. Speaking of auto-killing, this one's a little bit tougher. Oh, ouch! Danger, Will Robinson. I don't know how many hearts that was, but that was a lot of hearts. And that's like a lot of what I came in here to heal with, so that was not awesome. Alright, there we go. Come on, baby. Oh, so close. Get down there. And conveniently, I've already got a place to go land on. Gotta get my weapons. I think some of those were metal. Must have been. Hopefully they're not too deep. Sweet. I thought that dude had a shield too. If he did, it ain't lighting up. Alright. Ah, check that out. Alright, no more beeping on the Sheikah slate, which means we are good to go. I'm kind of curious to see what's in those crates. I kind of feel like I need to investigate that, in case you guys are wondering the same thing. Fire arrows. Wow, lots of fire arrows. So that was worth it. Those things, yeah, they're great for making campfires, but even more, guys, they do extra damage when you are using archery anyway. So if you're dealing with a tougher foe, and you want to use your bullet time, fire arrows are a pretty good offensive weapon. Yeah, no kidding, Wanda. He had some reach and then some. He reached out and touched someone, and that someone was me. Alright, guys. No treasure chest in here, I don't believe. So the good thing is it's Hinox, so you can just go painfully slowly here and kind of sneak up on him. I don't know. Yeah, he's got 2 leg guards on, so two-handed swinging weapon is the way I'm going to start this. Best of the best here. So yeah, we'll go ahead and trash that. And I'll probably switch over to a spear just because it's tougher to hit him with a regular one-handed weapon. Unless he's downed. So yeah, I don't know, I'll just play that by ear. But go ahead and get that good strong bow out. Might as well use the fire arrows because, well, we're not doing anything else with them after this. Good strong shield. And don't forget your... I might try the attack power meal initially. And then if he clocks me, I'll move over to that defense. And I still have a fairy there just in case, you know, I'm underestimating the damage he can do. Oh, I really wish I could save that game. Just in case things go horribly, horribly wrong. Okay, right up next to the stinky old toenails. Let her rip. That's gonna bust, which is good. I'll get the damage multiplier on that. Okay, so what I like to do here, and you got a little bit of running around room, but be careful, there's water. So yeah, I've gotten myself caught up with that before. But I get a little bit of distance on them. A little bit, you don't need a ton. Stasis, eyeball, you gotta be quick. But it'll work. Then you can kind of get in here and start doing some damage. And you see, I'm not doing a ton of damage here, like... That's the bad thing about having distance, is it takes time to run back over there to start getting your damage in. So you might want to try that stasis a little bit closer. That gets you in better position here. So close! I was so close. Alright, but we took care of it. Ooh, look at that. Knight's weapons. Alright. No beeping on the Sheikah slate. We are out of here. So I think that's it for the beginning floors. Unless I'm mistaken here, and there's another little section. Nope, okay, we are done. So that's right, you get one cooking pot in the beginning floors, then you get 2 cooking pots. So like 3 spreads of trials in the middle floors, and I think it's 3 cooking pots and like 4 sections of trials or floors in the final trials. Did that make total sense to y'all? Because it made perfect sense in my head. So wow, I'm an hour in, and I'm not even in the middle floors yet. So today might be like beginning and middle floors, and then tomorrow might be final floors. Because that's going to be an awful long stream if I try to do all 3. Alright. A little bit stronger than it was. You can get that all the way up to 60 if you complete all 3 trials. So I will go ahead and drop a save here. And go right back in, guys. Middle trials time. These are tough. Funny, I still got the stam. I didn't use the stam last time. But I will go ahead and do another defense. 30-minute. Booyah, baby. Hey, Cloud 7, good to see you again. Did I say 7 or Steven? I hope I said 7. Ooh, and I need more coffee. This will not fly. Oh, this one. Okay, yeah. I remember having a lot of troubles with this one 2 years ago. But I forgot, you just have to fly around and stay on the move and keep plugging stuff. So I'll have to take a break here at some point, go get a coffee refill. There might be a little bit of dark chocolate here in my near future. I can neither confirm nor deny whether there's a Tony's bar already opened on the kitchen counter or not. Right next to the coffee pot. I know that's oddly specific. Okay, and there's no reprise here, guys. As soon as you get in, it's game on. They start lighting you up. So, normally what I can do is get back here unseen. Well, he's kind of looking around now, so yeah, I'm no longer unseen. But, you have a little bit of play here, where you're not getting drilled by the across-the-way archers. So, yeah, there is a weapon here. It's a good starting point. Just be aware of this bomb barrel. That is not awesome. Okay. Come to Papa. Okay, so now we have a couple of swinging weapons here. Nothing! Who keeps putting nothing there? Oh wait, there were arrows. I see the updraft just caught them. I know I'm playing with fire. Literal fire. By swinging my axe near a bomb barrel. Give me that. Why is this so hard? Huh, that might be glitched out or something. It wasn't even letting the icon light up. Alright, so yeah, stay on the move, don't get clocked. Good thing about the archers is you got your headshots. These guys, not so much. But you still get double damage. I like how his tongue sticks out. Yeah, middle trials, they're tough. Honestly, they're all tough in their own right, but I don't know, middle trials just... It felt like it was just more of the advanced trials, like a warm-up. And there are lots of goodies in here, so I'm going to go around and make sure I have everything. And I'm getting a beeping on the good old Sheikah slate here. Ooh, right above me. Yeah, these things tend to bounce around a lot because they're wooden and it's a strong updraft. I have lost these over the edge before. That is not awesome. But hey, it's worth it. Like, we just got a real good sword. And sometimes you can get lucky. Yep, like that. And you don't have to waste the fire arrow. You really gotta spam that jump button, though, to mantle that the way you just saw me do it. I know, Wanda. It's a little sus. But after I go water the horses, if I come back and you hear crunching sounds in the background, that's probably going to be it. Oh, dancing idiot! No ice arrows. So... just gotta go for it. Try to get the headshots. Get that double damage. Quiet. Shh. Yeah, he's sleepy. He's rubbing his eyes. And now he's giving me his weapon. Alright, where is my dancing idiot? There were two of them. There's one. Maybe he, like, auto-dies when he falls. Which is a shame. I could use the weapon. I know, I actually want to kill these. Like, what's wrong with me? Oh, he's tankier. I don't think I have a spear yet. Ooh, I do have a spear yet. Ah, nuts. Come on, baby. Got it. So the trick to that is getting him over dry land where the weapon will actually fall in a place you can get it. I said dry land. What is this, water world? And there's my treasure chest. I'm going to try that little mantle trick again. Nuts. I was not aimed right. Oh, you gotta be like right there. I don't think this one's high enough. The updraft, I mean, not the ledge. The ledge is obviously high enough. What does that look for, Link? What is happening? Maybe the chest landed on his big toe. Alright, we've got some decent weapons. And we're gonna need them. I'm not seeing anything else beeping here, so I guess we're good to go. If I can figure out... Oh, we're not good to go yet. Got a blue and a red. Gotta love that bullet time. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Time is money. Make that meal count. Oh, they're already on us. That's awesome. So, archers first. Archers are a big problem. Bye-bye. Oh, and he's got ice arrows. That is a big problem. Oh, what just happened there? There might have been another enemy there I had not yet seen. So yeah, more than one balloon enemy. I have no idea what just happened there. Okay, it looks like he's... Wait a minute. What, did it kick me back to the prior floor? Huh. I assumed if you fell into the bottomless pit, you would just, you know, go back to wherever you were last on your own 2 feet. Okay, so he's a goner, so he must have, like, self-terminated with his own bomb arrow. But yeah, pay attention to that. You want to get both of those balloon enemies out of your way. Priorities. I got some more ammo there. Ooh, ice arrows. That is a nice addition. Okay, I don't believe those are archers. Okay, one archer. Headshots, baby, makes all the difference. I could have sworn he was holding a weapon. Am I seeing things? Ooh, shock arrows. I hope that chest wasn't on that balloon. Because if it was, it's lost. And that's probably what's beeping right now. That's a real bummer. Dipped into my yellow just a little bit. Worth it. Alright. I'm really bummed about that chest. I don't remember off the top of my head what would have even been in it, but it would have been something awesome. So yeah, real shame that is no longer within our reach. Unless I'm just missing it and it's somewhere else, but yeah, it keeps like beeping as I go downward trajectory. Or maybe not. Yeah, downward. Lost forever. Well, it's spilt milk at this point. Hey, Archazol, welcome, welcome. You said hit R, Wanda. Yes, or hi R, okay. Thought you were trying to throw me a bone there. Give me a tip on something to do. I read that totally wrong. Okay, so the good thing about this is once you break line of sight via getting right in front of him, he can no longer target you, which I think is just a riot. And you can just get behind him and do some free damage here. And you're going to chew through some weapons on these guys, unfortunately. He still has no idea I'm back here. Wow, where's he even at? Halfway? Oh, Archazol, you said it's your birthday party tomorrow. Awesome. Happy birthday. Well, happy early birthday. Happy birthday in advance. Happy day before birthday. Yeah, that's awesome. I hope you have an awesome day, and I hope you have an awesome party there. Ah, see, Sunny? Yeah, I'm not the only one. You lost that chest too. Yeah, that's not awesome. I guess if I were to replay the floors, like I would go left immediately and get that chest squared away before I did anything. And I kind of remember that now. Thinking back, you have to pop the two balloons on the back so that that thing would fall in a way that would make the chest fall in a safe area. See, I just, not having remembered that, I kind of blew that going into it. Alright, see what I got for the goods here. And I got another beeping. I'm not going to let this one get away. I got 2 with 1 there. Nice. Ooh, decent shield. Alright. And I got more beeping? I sure do. Now, I might be able to mantle this one. Link's poor toes. He gets no footwear in this one. Alright, where is my escape hatch? There. Oh wow, we're already at a cooking pot. Okay, those went awfully quick, which is a good thing. So now we should have one fairy. The next cooking pot, there should be 2 fairies. And again, guys, I know our defense meal is ticking away slowly but surely, but it's a fairy. Okay, awesome. Let's see what I can muster up here in the world of whatever the game giveth, I taketh. Should be a couple of apples. Don't forget the fish. Fishy, fishy. Ooh, and an acorn. Looks like we got regular fish today. No superpowers here, folks. And I'm pretty sure there should have been another apple somewhere. I'm just not seeing it. Unless it got blown somewhere, you know, sometimes the bombs knock them around a little bit. Good thing is yellow rune lights those up. Oh, there it is. Wow. I was swimming circles around that thing. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Not garbage. Not garbage again. Any defense is good defense. And Link gets to finally wear some pants. Ooh, and we got a decent freaking bow. Look at that. Okay, so he doesn't have to worry about hurting his big toe anymore on treasure chests. Nice, nice. And guys, I hate to do it to you, but I do have to go water the horses. And that means I'll have to pause the game so the defense meal doesn't go bye-bye. Which means you'll have nothing but a load screen to be looking at. But first I'm going to cook and get myself ready so that when I do come back we can just dive right back in. What? Was that the indestructible tree? Okay, so maybe I missed. I don't know if the Karak leaves really give you any kind of edge. I don't know if I've ever tried using Karak leaves. Alright, let's see what we got. So, again, do not cook the fairies. Those are more valuable as a lifeline. I don't really have a lot going on here in the way of, like, superpower stuff, so I'm not going to cook that. I'd rather, you know, be able to get a good meal cooked out of that. So, since my defense meal is still running anyway, I feel like that's something that I can just save. And then, you know, in the next set of floors here, we should scoop more of that type of stuff up. But for now, what I will do... Actually, now that I'm paying more attention, I'm going to mix and match these, because there's no reason to worry about a speed meal in here. Stealth maybe kind of, sort of, possibly could help in a situation or two, but overall, probably not really. That made perfect sense in my head, by the way. Okay, so that was a good grip of hearts there. Let's do one of each. Okay, I don't see the point in making a sliver meal, so bypass that. Okay, that'll really be some hearts there. Yeah, those slabs of meat really do it. And then we got the speed. We've got... Yeah, I'm happy with that for moving forward. That's a lot of healing power. That 10, wowzers. I almost wonder if that wasn't a Blood Moon bonus. Because sometimes you will get random bonuses. Just regular cooking. Alright guys, again, I need to go ahead and hit the pause button. But at least I can show you whatever the animals behind me will be doing while I'm away. I will be right back. Alright. Back in the saddle again. And there's the microphone. Alright. I just smacked right into it. I feel like I'm in a spaceship cockpit or something sometimes. Alright, so I'll go ahead and catch up on a little bit of chat. Get back into these floors here. Thank you guys for being patient. Funny what you think about while you're watering the horses. So I'm standing there watering the horses and I'm thinking about things. I was playing that Super Mario Galaxy last night and I'm talking about how good my skills are and it's all coming back, you know, my memory, and I remember this and I remember that, and I go for a mushroom and I die. And then I loaded back in and I went for the mushroom and I died again. Then I loaded back in, I went for the mushroom and I died again. I was like, oh my god, what is happening? Right after I just got done, you know, yeah. So that happened. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Get myself out of the way one more time. Peace out, Home Scout. Alright, got good meals. We are ready to rock and roll. Got 15 minutes left plus on that meal. That'll definitely come in handy. Oh yeah, see, I knew it. I knew the darkened floors were in here. These are tough and time-consuming. You cannot see a thing. Like nothing. Whoops. So I try to take care of these from a distance, because, yeah, they catch everything on fire and it's just not awesome. And I seems to be having troubles with my bows. You can light a bomb. It helps a little bit. Not a ton. I guess any advantage in here is, you know, better than nothing. So if you can't deal with these things from a distance, like I seem to be having just all sorts of troubles here. You can always just lob a bomb over there, get them dead that way. Jeepers. There we go. What was that, 20 arrows? And if the updrafts calm down a little bit, I can get my arrows back. Durk's protection would also help in here, but we all know that we don't have that. Very scary when it's pitch black. Like, you can see nothing in here. Not even in front of your own face. Sometimes you'll see the eyeballs of an enemy lying in wait. That's always awesome. Haha, Wanda, bingo, peace out. Peace out. Funny, I'm normally saying peace out like at the very end, but that is definitely a part of the peace out home scout. No idea where that came from, but oh yeah, another bad thing about the pitch darkness here is the yellow rune no longer works, which is a real shame. Normally that would light up enemies, you know, you could see. Oh, that didn't do a lot, did it? Let's see if I can't trash that, I suppose. Oh, he's a flame dragon. Okay, that's a problem. Kind of forgot about that. So that would be a job for an ice arrow. I hate the idea of wasting ice arrows on something like that, but when it's dark and he's shooting fire at you, that does a lot of damage. Okay, we got another one there, and I don't know if that's Flame Dragon. That was a Flame Dragon. Okay. Noted. Got a couple of Lizzles in there as well. A couple of bomb barrels. Let's have a little bit of fun. Okay, he survived. That's okay. Elemental weapon. I'm already spying a flame blade in there. Ooh, yes please. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Since they were so kind as to roast up the food for me. Okay guys, I do believe we have a hidden crate or two in some of these. Maybe not this one, I'll check. Or maybe I think this every time and there's never anything here. Nuts! I saw something laying there. Okay, I think this is the one with the dancing idiot. No, maybe not. Maybe just a bunch of bobkins. Yep, there's our dancing idiot. Okay. Come on, Link. Butter boots. Stay. Okay, Mr. Dancing Idiot. I want to make sure I get a good shot on him. Because that thing is definitely problematic. Wow, I was like, did I miss? Are you serious? Wow, I'm maxed out. I normally don't like to play with fire because I usually get burned. Metaphorically and literally. But I'm kind of curious to see what it can do in here against... Oh, wow. They bounce around a lot, don't they? Because I like having the ranged idea. Uh-oh. He came over to say hello. And he's on fire too. Okay. Well, that kind of levels the playing field, I suppose. So it does a lot of damage. And it's ranged. So as long as you're not standing in dry brush or something, that might be a good way to go in here. Again, guys, in the past I've been afraid to use these for obvious reasons, but I felt like that was a definite advantage in this one. Because when you can't see, bobkins are tough. I don't know why I'm picking up rusty stuff. Unless this is the floors where you get... Did I pick all that garbage back up? There's a rock octorok in one of these floors. And he will inhale a weapon and make it something nicer. But it's got to be a rusty. I just don't know if it's these floors or the final floors. Okay, this time I'm not seeing anything else. I am out. Oops. I'll take that back. Ooh, that's a good weapon, too. Not super durable, but it does put out the damage. I think we have to fight a Hinox in here too at some point. Actually, this might be the Hinox fight. Nope, this is the Guardian fight. I think it's just the Guardian. So I'm gonna walk around at normal idle speed and get behind him. And just wail away. I hate not having my inventory sorted. I have not been doing a good job with that. Alright. That's not going to do much, but I don't need to carry all these rusted weapons either. If there is an octorok, there's only one. Let's see where we're at. About a quarter damaged. Yeah, that didn't do much at all. I might have been better off holding onto those. Feeding Mr. Octorok. That should be it. Yeah, Arcazol, you're not kidding about that. I think those are in the final floors. Lots of skeleton monsters, and they're sleeping, but you can't see them. They're like in the grass and stuff. So yeah, they just pop up and it's like, oh, I'm not done yet. Alright, not much in here. I'm not seeing it. There's some crates. So crates. Arrows. Can always use arrows. Whole bunch of nothing. Whole bunch of nothing. Alright. Howdy. Hey, Cindy Adi, I think I said that right. Welcome, welcome. The dark floors give me so... Yeah, no kidding. Like, you can see nothing in here. It's not okay. And I think this is my Hinox fight, so I need to pay a little bit of attention. Link Mario, what's up? Good to see you again. Alright, here it is, guys. Get your stasis ready. Because that'll help you get these eye shots. Just tough to see. Like, I pretty much just gauge off the cursor at that point, because you cannot see a thing in here. And speaking of not being able to see a thing in here, I want to make sure I'm standing next to his feet, not trying to climb up onto his feet. We gotta be getting close. There they are. And wow, even with that, you can't see them until you're right up on them. So yeah, I'll get out my best two-handed swinging weapon, if I even have one. I do. Get whatever damage in it's going to allow here. Okay, I think I've had enough fun for one day. Oh, I used an ice arrow? What am I doing? Jeepers. Uh-oh. That's busted. I missed. That's not good. Cooldown. Yikes. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There we go. Alright. Not far from being done. Uh-oh. He blinked. Oh, it still worked! Oh, had I known that, I would have just got in there and wailed on him. Oh well. I assumed if the eye was closed, that would be it. And I think I'm out of two-handed swinging weapons, at least good ones. Okay, nuts. Spears usually do okay, but they're slower on damage. I might just go in with the big guns here. Unfortunate that bow was already damaged. So close! Got him. Ooh, elemental. Thunderstorm rod. I said it right. Awesome. So Cindy, my superpower is saying names wrong. So that's like pleasant surprise when I accidentally get one right. Okay, I'm not seeing a rusty weapon. I do kind of want to see if I can feed more than one to that Octorok. I don't remember. So we'll try 2. Okay, I think we get to cook again at this point. And I cannot believe I've made it this far and I'm still using my defense meal. But I will take it. And as promised, guys, second cooking pot has 2 fairies, so walk around painfully slowly here. Make sure you scoop up both of those bad boys, because they are worth their weight in gold and so much more. Sometimes they fly up a little too high, but be patient, they'll come back down at some point. And again, worth it. Okay, this time I'm gonna make sure I get my pesky apple. I've never been so determined to make sure I get my apples in my life. Whoop! That almost bounced back and got me. Alright, just cleaning house in here. I could have sworn there was like other growing plants around this area. Maybe that's not all floors, maybe that's only one specifically, but I kind of remember like chili peppers, maybe? Spicy peppers? Alright, what do we got? I think we get some more armor. Decent, not great. There we go. Now Link can stay a little more warm. Alright. So I'll let the trees live. I just kind of want to get the cooking done and get moving here. Still no real good, like anything. I could make, I think that would give me mid-level on the attack power side. Again, still not great. I can get a high-level, decently long-lasting defense. But we only have one more segment of floors here, so I might as well just cook what I have. For whatever it'll be worth. And I am going to use these for stam replenishment, just because it is full green. If I get into a bullet situation time, that could be huge. Okay, let's just go ahead and wreck those with that, because the sliver meal does nobody no good whatsoever in here. Fishy, fishy. Ooh, that was a good, wow. I tried to say good and grip at the same time. That was a grip of hearts. Well, that's kind of silly. I think the best bang for the buck is going to be the meats. The wild berry does surprisingly well. I think so does the acorn. I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, not bad. Alright. Yeah, not bad at all. Still got 4 minutes remaining, guys. Let's get her done. Yeah, you're welcome, Arcazol. Glad you were able to make it. And happy to hear you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Oh, ouch. What's happening right now? I'm reading chat and I'm getting drilled. It's fun being me. Yep, have a good one, Arcazol. Hope you have a good day. Alright. So this one, I guess I can just, you know, plug them. As long as you get the headshots, they're goners. I just noticed I had that real nice bow there. Knight's bow, baby. Okay, I think you could probably do an electrical thing here. That's about to nail me. Ouch. Where's that electrical rod I'll never use? Okay, so it works, but you gotta, like, aim. I think I got a twofer. Yep! Nice! Ouch. Ah, I missed. Okay, it was fun. Okay, I got a Sheikah Slate beep here. Treasure chest, baby. What do we got? Usually something useful in trial chests. Whoops. Useful indeed. Alright, looks like that's it. 3 minutes left on the defense meal. Run, run, run. Oh, he's a regular. Okay. Oh, we got a couple of regulars. Ouch. So those weapons do pretty good against Guardians. I might stock those for a bit. So I think these next group of floors are all about Guardians. I know I've used the heck out of that. I don't know why I'm carrying around a Karak leaf to save my life. I think I was going to try experimenting a little bit. Okay, that can hurt a little. Ha, we traded. I won. I'm still being a little bit lax with damage right now. Just because I know I still have that defense meal running, but I'm going to have to start paying attention here in about 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Alright guys, nice little hiding hole for a chest here. If it wasn't for the Sheikah Slate, I would have walked right through, not even paid no attention to that. Coffee. So yeah, we're already at 4 hours. There's no way I'm doing the final trials today. That's going to be a really long stream if I do. So I guess the final floors will be tomorrow, folks. Ah, he sees me. From super far away. Ouch. Oh, I don't want that. Let's start with the garbage first. Ouch. Move. Did he not have a sword? Yeah, he did have a sword. There's no way I'm full on shields. Okay, that's right. I keep forgetting to trade my Karak seeds in for those. "42 seconds on my defense meal." Okay, I need to pay a little attention to this one. So this is where shock is going to be helpful because it will stun them out of whatever attacks they're doing. Assuming he doesn't have his shield up anyway. So case in point, I kind of zapsifies him. You can just get in here and get some damage done. And actually I'm going to beef up a little bit for this fist fight. Hurry up! Yikes! Oh, these things are tankier than I remember. That's gone already. I don't know if I'm gonna get lucky here and get a... There's that headshot. Well, I ran out of bullet time. Alright, so I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but the reason I'm stocking these guardian weapons and making that more of a priority... Oh, and by the way, I could have burned the bushes here. It's a little bit of a trap, and they give you 3 of those. And the flame damage, guys, honestly, that does a lot of damage, so I probably should have played it that way. But, yeah, the guardian weapons, there's a hidden damage multiplier there. If you're using a guardian weapon against a guardian, 50% attack power boost. So that's why I'm kind of dumping other stuff in favor of the guardian weapons. Thought there was another sword here. Alright, what do we got? More guardians, I'm sure. Ah. This is going to be interesting. Looks like a modest or a major? Major. Modest. Yeah, that's the mid-level. So I'm going to start out with my typical swing attack here. As long as you're behind him, you're immune to his attacks. But you gotta really be behind him. Okay, bust him out of his attack. Whoops. Where are you going? Wow, maybe that's a major? I can do this all day. Well, I'm getting dizzy. Two left. I need to pay attention to that. As a matter of fact, give him no chance. Ouch. Yikes! Okay, final attack. So yeah, just go and wail on him, get him done. That should be ball game. Oh, almost. I have no idea what floor number I'm on. Oh, that was it. I should have eaten a meal there or something. I think I had an attack power meal going into that fight. That was a fail. Alright guys, that's it. I definitely hope that helps you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like the video, I always appreciate that. Middle floors, they're tough. So yeah guys, we're just over 2 hours here. You know, I could press and do the final floors. I'm guessing that would take about another hour and change maybe. That makes it a pretty long stream, so I don't know. You know, do we want to do it today and make it a long stream? Or do we want to do it tomorrow and make it a short stream? Because again, it would only take about an hour to an hour and change to get through those, assuming I live. You know, if I biff it, that just adds to time. But I don't know, I guess I'm good either way. Normally after the 2 hour mark, my brains start turning a little bit mashed potato-y. So, you know, I might start making silly mistakes in there, I don't know. But from what I remember, the final floors were fun. A lot of elemental stuff. You have the snow biome, the heat biome. You got the Lionel in there, which you're going to collect like ancient arrows and stuff, so you don't actually have to fight a lot of that stuff. It's just more a matter of time, like, do we want to do it? I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to chew on that while you're tinking. I'll come back on and chat with y'all a little bit, get some coffee in. So if we do decide to press through this and get it done, actually I'm kind of leaning that way anyway, because tomorrow's Saturday. I kind of feel like I need to do something longer than just an hour-long stream. So I could do Mario Galaxy tomorrow instead of, you know, that. I don't know, if you guys are okay, maybe I'll just keep going here. Oh yeah, tomorrow's good for you, okay. Of course, I could always do the short stream tomorrow for Zelda. And then I could do another one right after that for Mario. You know, make it a twofer. That would be fun. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, 2 hours, 15 minutes. That's a good solid stream there. And hey, we got through them. I didn't die. What? I was seriously kind of worried going into this today. I was like, I'm probably going to die once or twice, you know. The time is already racking up in my brains. Hey, Alan, welcome, welcome. I saw you late last night, too. Good old Mario Galaxy action. Yeah, we had a lot of night owls for a Thursday night. It was a lot of fun. The funny thing is, Wanda, when I read that, I read it as you. And then I read you, not you. I was like, wait a minute. And then I had to go back and reread, and I was like, oh, I see it now. Funny, most of the time I just read right over that stuff. Alan, how is your day? My day is amazing. I gotta be honest, like, getting back into Super Mario Galaxy last night, it really took me back. Like, just those fun family moments with the kids, you know? Just fun family time, guys. It's such a good game for, like, family time. It's cute, it gets the kids' attention, it's beautiful. The colors are so vivid. The modernized graphics on the Switch, too, blew my mind. Gorgeous video game. So yeah, that might be a lot of fun for tomorrow. We might have to do that. In fact, I might even jump on later this evening, you know, do an unscheduled Mario Galaxy again or something. We'll have to see how that goes. I don't know, it being a brand new game on brand new Switch 2 launch day, I was kind of thinking that one was going to get some views. Maybe it was just the time I was on, but even the recorded versions here, it's just not being watched. So I don't know, maybe there's just not much interest in it. You know, if that's the case, I definitely don't need to make that my weekend game. So, you know, I'm looking for some feedback. What's going to be our next weekend game? I was thinking Mario Galaxy was a no-brainer, but again, if there's just not any interest in it, I'd rather put something before you all that there is interest in. I think in the beginning of the stream here I talked a little bit about the other options would be doing a another Hogwarts playthrough. Reason being is because it was terrible quality, guys. It was my first stream series, you know, I didn't really know what I was doing on the technical side. I did my best. But yeah, the audio isn't right, the colors are not right. I played that on the Xbox, and there was that whole SDR to HDR conversion thing going on. I didn't know. So yeah, I'd really want to redo the Hogwarts. It definitely has a fun Zelda feel to it, so that would be another solid choice for our weekend game. And of course, the other option would be the Star Wars Outlaws. That would be another good, solid bet for the weekend streams. So again, guys, I'm just looking for some feedback on all that. What I don't want to do is keep going with a game that there's just not any interest in. So, you know, if you don't feel comfortable talking about it in public comments or chat or whatever, please feel free to reach out to me over email, leveluproyal@gmail.com. And we can do it more privately, you know, just kind of let me know what your thoughts are on those three options. But I don't want to do another Zelda game right now, because those are involved, you know, those take time. Then, guys, Metroid Prime 4, the 4th of December. The day that game drops, we are in it. So that will be the new weekend video game. I have been waiting for that one for decades. So, in fact, I was even contemplating doing Metroid Prime Corruption. That was the third of the 3 Metroid Prime games that people really didn't know too much about. Reason being, Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime Echoes 1 and 2, they were both on GameCube. Enter the Wii. Now we have Metroid Prime Corruption, which was only available on the Wii. And it was motion-based, you know, motion aiming and stuff. I wasn't a super big fan of that aspect, but, you know, it was what it was. But again, guys, beautiful game. So, you know, another option between now and the 4th of December would be like a Metroid game, to kind of get pre-ready to get into the Metroid Prime 4. So there's some options there. Again, I'm just looking for some honest feedback and to see what you guys would like to see on the weekends. It's your time too, so, you know, I'm trying to think of everybody here. But more, I just want to know where the interest is. So let's see here. I played that game for PS4. I had no problem with it. Okay. Good, good, good. I have no experience with PS4, so I definitely love hearing feedback from the PS4 world on stuff. Alright, awesome, awesome, guys. With that, I'll go ahead and bid you all farewell here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate that stuff. And until the next time, as always, best of luck and happy hunting. Peace out, y'all.